Is this a safe space? Cause what y'all about to hear, bruh, it gets worse. That is so good. But it's gonna fuck me up. Y'all wanna know what I'm drinking? I'm drinking, I tilt it, I'm drinking Zooties from, it's one of the drinks that I make and sell. That tastes just like juice, but I know how much liquor I put in here. God damn. I should be able to camouflage liquor like that. But anyway, I got my drink. I know y'all gonna judge me, but we all been dumb as shit, like dumb as fuck over a nigga. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just me. If it is, that's fine. Let's get into the shit. Alright, so boom. I've literally talked to this exact ex about this story time, and he claims up and down that I'm not telling it right. So I'm literally gonna go detail per detail over every single instance that went on throughout this relationship, because nothing beats the facts of the matter. Nothing. So boom, let's get into it. So this actually happened after another story time I gotta do. So I don't know if y'all remember, I put story time up there where it was just like, are you trying to unalive her? Are you trying to cook chicken? When my carrier tried to stab me and take me up out of here. Yeah, so this was after that. So I was like 21 years old. Yeah, like 19. I was between 19 and 21. We lived over there on Marlboro Pike, in Hillcrest Heights. I think that's what's called now. And this is when I had literally, after the police that came, he said, okay, well, you have somewhere to go. And I had caught the bus to my grandmother's house. She lived in over there on Prince Place. She had one of them little condos over there, like next to PG community college or whatever. So I got caught the bus over there. My grandmother was sick of my shit. She really was, but she knew the type of person my carrier was. She gave birth to her. So she was just like, look, since you're not going back, you got a good job, let's get you in at least a room rental situation. So she found a house over in Upper Marlboro. Like, my landlord, or the woman's who house it was, she was Nigerian. She was renting out one of her rooms. So long story short, I gave her the deposit. Or did my grandmother get the deposit? No, my grandmother gave her the deposit, and I was just paying the weekly rent. You know, I guess. I was like 19 or 20, because I wasn't able to drink yet. I was still drinking, but I wasn't legally able to drink yet. So yeah, my grandma, I think I was 19 or 20, because he was 23. He's 3 years older than me. 2 years older than me? I don't fucking know. He was older than me. This nigga hates me to this day, and I don't give a fuck. I don't know, because mind you, I tried to tell the story several times over, but I kept deleting it because it was just too embarrassing. But here we are. So, alright, let's get into it. Long story short, yeah, I was like 19, 20. Yeah. Alright, cool. I keep saying that because I'm gonna be saying certain stuff, and I just gotta make sure my age. Yeah, I was like 19, yeah, because he was 22 turning 23. He's like 2.5 years older than me. Yeah, cool. So, met the nigga on Instagram. I'm living up in Marlboro at the time, renting out a room. He lived in Brooklyn. He thought I was a catfish. I thought he was a catfish. So we was talking for a minute, like, in, you know, young ass people minutes. So we was talking for like, what, a month and a half, 2 months or whatever. And I was just persistent because, mind you, that's when catfish first came out. So I said, you're not gonna give me. He was attractive, like, real cute. So he's still cute now, still fine as a motherfucker now. But he's terrible. Still fine as a motherfucker right now. But no. Anyway, so I was just like, yeah, no. We finna video chat. This ain't giving that. So long story short, we video chat. I am who I am. He is who he is. I remember my first time video chatting him, I was over my grandmother's house again. I was in her bed because I loved, my grandmother had the best bed. The best bed. I loved her bed. It was like I don't know how to describe it. It was real high too. You had to harp in that bitch. That lady had 2 knee replacements. I still don't know how she got in that thing, but she didn't. And that was a good ass bed. I missed that bed. But anyway, so yeah, we FaceTime, whatever. Long story short, I told you I was running out of room. My grandmother, my fucking cats. My grandmother helped me find a room to rent, so that's what I was doing while I was still going to work. You know, trying to have like some independence. So yeah, but I've always been independent, but like the right way of doing it, not the running away, staying couch hopping. Like I did all that shit. Like, you know, she was just like, okay, I understand your situation. We know how your carrier is. We know that she on some shit, woo. So let's fix it. My grandmother hated that crying shit. Like, okay, cool, cry, fine, you're a woman, fucking cry, but we need to figure out a solution. She was very solution based. So like I said, we're in a room talking to this nigga, Months go by. We in a relationship. Okay, cool. Long distance though. He was just like, oh, I want to come visit you. I said, okay, cool. First red flag. This nigga said he was a whole dental assistant. A whole dental assistant. But I had to buy your Greyhound ticket. Your Amtrak ticket. Whatever the fuck, which one I bought for him. Why I had to buy it. You a dental assistant. Why I had to buy it. Long story short, they ended up canceling the Amtrak, whatever. They put that nigga on a Greyhound bus. It took 10 times longer. I'm stressed out. I'm thinking the nigga not coming. This was like a real live catfish episode. So, I ended up getting cool with my landlord's son and their girlfriend. So, because they also lived in another room as well. So we got in their car and they took me to New Carrollton because that's, you know, that's where the bus stop and all that other stuff. Okay, cool. So I'm nervous. I'm on the top part of New Carrollton. He said, oh, mind you, I'm not hearing from this nigga at all. But I know that the Greyhound drops off at the bottom level. So I go down and he see me, I see him, and that man slops me down. Bad. Slops me down. I'm talking about, mind you, y'all. And I just hunted up, and I call myself, like, I say losing my V card like by choice. I say I lost my V card when I was 17 after I graduated high school by choice, because I don't believe, I'm not going to allow me being assaulted to take away my innocence like that. Like, I gave myself away for the first time after high school. So mind you, y'all, I don't know nothing about no dick. I don't know nothing about no dick. So so yeah, like I said, he was older than me, and this nigga, this shit, I could tell. Like, now I see this nigga in person, and he from Brooklyn and shit like that. I said, oh my God, he finna do something to me. Like, from the way he was kissing me, I was just like, oh shit, I'm off the fuck tonight. I'm off the fuck tonight. So yeah. That's the one thing that was great in our relationship. Like, he literally, I give him credit when it's due. He the one that, you know, anybody, is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match my freak? Is somebody gonna match like my that? Nasty? I guess I'm he the one that made the key, found the lock, put the lock, like, cause I was not like experienced, but he was. Y'all, we was like, oh, day. I'm talking about the landlord called my grandmother and was just like, yeah, your granddaughter got a boyfriend over here. They must really be in love because they constantly fucking. The lady raised my rent because how much we was fucking. I'm like, girl, you raising my rent because I'm getting fucked? Okay. Talking about, oh, because it's another person in the room, my utilities are going up. How? We're showering together. But, okay. Hey. I mean, I guess I'm the only one fucking in this house. So she had raised my rent or whatever. Long story short, he was only supposed to be there for 5 days. Because, once again, he's a dental assistant. Y'all, 5 days come, and then think about it, is that this nigga had a huge ass duffel bag when he came. Because I'm just so happy to see my man. My man. I ain't think about it. 5 days come and go. He's still here. So I'm over here trying to, like, going to work. Still trying to figure out what's going on. He's still here. Oh, he not saying nothing about no ticket. He not saying nothing about nothing back home. Nothing like that. So, when a week hit, I'm like, so when are you going back? And he was just like, oh, I can't go back. And I was just like, you can't go back? He said, I can't go back. And then long story short, he's still holding up this lie about him working in the whatever the fuck. But my whole thing is this: if you had a job that good in New York, you're not just going up and leave that shit. Like, so, dental assistant who? All right, anyway. So, of course, me being a lover girl that I am, I was okay, cool, no problem. Just find a job, and we cool. Y'all, months go by. This man still don't have no fucking job, but now I'm feeding 2 people, doing stuff for 2 people, shopping for 2 people, buying clothes for 2 people. Like, got to a point where I ended up having to work 2 jobs. Like, but all I'm getting is fuck real good. So I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. I was asking this man to fill applications and, do what a man's supposed to do. You're older than me. None of that was going on. So it was one week, and I'm just like, we had got to our first little disagreement. I was just like, why you not doing no applications? Long story short, I found out this nigga was having difficulty reading. I mean, it threw me for a loop. Because mind you, this man still never admitted to not being a dental assistant. So now I'm over here like, you don't know how to read, but you're a dental assistant. He still never admitted that he lied about that. But anyway, so what I do applications for him, nothing coming up. So it just feel like, it was just like, more and more stuff was coming out. Okay, so you can't go back, so now all of a sudden you stay with me. Okay, no problem, because I'm so stigmatized. And then on top of that, I was in love. I was it. I think I loved him before I even got the dick, because it's just like, it was just so fresh and so new, and he is. I can't even knock him. The nigga is shit. I got him when it was bad, but he got like 5,000 kids now. Let me stop being funny. He got like 5 kids now. He's a great father. He has his own moving business. I'm never gonna hold y'all. I used to be the biggest hater, because I used to hate that shit. Like, your baby mother get the version of you that I should have got. But that's how it always go, bitch. But anyway, so that's how now I'm getting drunk. Because why I do this, I'm gonna do like this. Hold on, like church finger. Hold on. Why I put a peace sign? Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. So yeah, like I said, more and more stuff was coming out about this man. So you, in my brain, even though you didn't admit it, you lying about being a DA. Okay. You having an issue with reading. Okay. Now I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing applications for you. Where's your ID? Where's your social? Da 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 woo woo. This nigga is not even a citizen. And not only is he not a citizen, his immigration paperwork is not even updated. So it's just issue after issue after issue. Long story short, we just gonna fast forward everything. I end up jumping out the window on my grandmother. Like, bills start piling up. We end up being homeless together. So fast forward to me staying in Second D for the first time, and him staying at the men's shelter on Massachusetts Avenue in Northwest. So, mind you, one thing I can say, it's not good. Like, being homeless sucks. But me being immature and stupid and young and in love, like, it didn't suck as bad being homeless with my man. I know that sounds crazy as shit. But just put your mind in a delusional, stigmatized, hyper optimistic 20-year-old's mind. I'm used to not having support, so at least I got this nigga over here, and we trying to figure it out. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm over here with a full-time job, full-time jobs, homeless, like just stupidity on top of stupidity on top of stupidity. Long story short, we in the shelters. We were literally right down the street from each other. I was getting food stamps because I was living in the shelter. The time of the food stamps, I loved it. Still being very much so irresponsible. I'm getting the whole tax returns, blowing the money, staying at hotels, just being real nice and dumb. Like, when I say financial literacy was not my forte, fuck no. Okay, because we could have been out of there. Because mind you, okay, so update, my bad. I only had one job. I was working at not Navy Federal. I was working at Health Net Federal Services, which is was like a sector of the Veterans Affairs Department or whatever. I worked there. It was a temp position. I got that through Kelly Services when they used to be over there on King Street in Alexandria or whatever. It was a temporary assignment, so that ended up ending. That's how we ended up paying homeless, because the money ran out and I wasn't getting no help. So that's how we ended up homeless or whatever. We walked all the way from P Street Northwest to D Street Northwest. We was both trying to go to CCNV because that was co-ed, but they accepted me, but didn't accept him. So then he had to walk. So then they called the men's shelter, like I said, on Massachusetts Avenue, and they accepted him. So we was right down the street from each other. So that's what's going on. And then the person actually got me a bed in there. He ended up was just like, okay, well, cool. You smart as shit. It don't give that you supposed to be homeless. Da 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 woo woo woo. So he ended up putting me on for Jewish Foundational Group Homes to where I ended up being like a home health aide. But it just seemed like God was opening doors and I was still being stupid. They ended up making up an overnight position for me because I disclosed to them that I was homeless, and I let them know that the shelter conditions wasn't necessarily the best. They ended up making an overnight position for me, so I did not sleep at the shelter on the weekends. So I would come in Friday morning and I would be leaving Monday morning, and they would just let me stay on the clock. My checks was like $2,600 every 2 weeks, and I stupid. Do you hear me? Ugh. Anyway, that's So, long story short, I can't believe it. It's okay. It's not okay, but hey, we live and we fucking learn. So I also, aside from the fact that was a full-time job because I was working full-time hours, but it was just overnight and on the weekend, I also got a job at Forever 21 over there in Metro Center, the one down the street, the little Forever 21, it was down the street from Gallery Place. That's the one I worked at. So I had 2 jobs. Still not getting no help from this nigga. Still not getting this help. And this one, DC didn't give a fuck, so I was still getting food stamps, and then this nigga had the audacity to become friends with a bigger bum. Mind you, this nigga would at least try to sell, oh God, I can't believe I'm about to talk about this. This nigga would at least try to find, money somehow, some way. Because mind you, this is before, I paid for his immigration. Ooh, my chest. This is even before I paid for his immigration paperwork to get situated, and that was $550. I still remember that amount. Because I had to pay that shit online. We used to wash our clothes over there across from Hecker Jamal. Y'all know that Capital Laundromat that's over there by the McDonald's on the same side of the McDonald's. We used to wash clothes there. This nigga became friends with a bigger bum, the nigga that I hated, like the sleaziest type of nigga. I could tell the nigga liked me, I'm washing my clothes. This nigga clothes is not helping me. And then I end up washing his friend's clothes that got shit stains in the drawers. I was a underpaid, underaged maid. That just happened. That would just happen. That's how I know, bitch. Dick will have you blind. Dick and love will have you blind. It got to a point where, mind you, me and this nigga literally had the state-of-the-art phones. I was so irresponsible. So responsible. I remember when this nigga gonna sit there and gonna tell me, gonna ask me if I was giving him some of my tax return as if he wasn't already having an allowance. Mind you, y'all, this nigga's older than me once again. If y'all to hear me. Older than me. I was giving this nigga a weekly allowance, giving him my food stamp card, still going to work. Sick in the fucking brain. Buying this nigga sneakers. He kept losing his phones. New phones. Y'all, I'm sick of my stomach. Pause. So, woo. I can't believe it. I can't fucking believe it. And it's like me going over these details make it even worse. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, so CCV was never like the cleanest shelter, but it was the best one because, they didn't have no curfew. Once you had finished your blackout period, which was, I think it was like 4 days away, you had to make sure you was in there by bedtime, by lights out, so you could keep your bed or whatever. Then after that, you could just stay out if you want to. Woo woo. They bent the rules for me because, like I said, I had an overnight position at the time. It was just a cool ass place, no rent, free lights, free shower. I never ate there, I never slept there, so it was cool. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud. I can't believe it. But I'm not gonna beat myself up for the past. But what the fuck? Anyway. So it had got to a point where the conditions at CCV got too bad. Because, bitch, they had a bed bug outbreak and I wasn't having it. I left all my clothes and everything. Fuck. I'm going to block the name out. I called my carrier and I was just like, look, I know we're not fucking with each other, but I can't stay here. This place got the bed bugs and I can't do it. I'm not bringing no clothes. I just need somewhere to go. She stayed over there on Addison Road at the time. So I just went over there. I was standing in the living room, woo. And long story short, I ended up like breaking up with him at that time as well, because we tried the whole, I'm leaving the shelter, but because bitch, I was tired. I was exhausted. And then mind you, in between time, like the nigga was cheating. Like I'm going to the doctor and shit ain't right. It was just too much. Financially supporting, and now I'm getting mentally and emotionally abused, and I'm seeing this nigga text bitches, and I know the type of nigga that he is, so I know that he's fucking these bitches, which we're gonna touch on that later on down the line. So anyway, fast forward, we're dating long distance or whatever. Stop it. We're dating long distance. I'm staying with my carrier at the time. He's still in the shelter. Having hope, keeping hope alive, boo. Nigga still don't have a job. I didn't already pay for his immigration paperwork to be updated. He just living his life, doing whatever the fuck he want to do. I did stop giving him money at this time because, I was fucking exhausted. Drained. So, yeah. Let me tell you where everything went downhill. Well, everything was already in the gutter, bitch, but when it got even worse. So, I had this one ex. Annoying as shit, but he's just cool as shit. We always been cool as shit. And this is back when I used to smoke real heavy. So he had pulled up on me at my carrier house. We had went down the street to smoke. And my nigga had called, and I answered the phone when I was in his car because I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I was just smoking with a friend. Like, that's what the nigga is. He was a friend. We just happened to talk back in the day. I mean, it's like, okay, I understand how that's a big deal, but right then in that moment, I'm not doing anything. So what the fuck is the problem? So he had in his mind that I fucked my ex. So I guess that's when we really started to do him. The nigga was doing him. I don't give a fuck what nobody was talking about. So long story short, that's how that ended. And then my life continued to be in shambles after that. But then we ended up moving over there on Portobello Court in Oxon Hill. That was a nice townhouse. It was a 3-story townhouse. That's after I came back from living in Sacramento. Like, y'all, we got some shit to cover. But long story short, me and him had been broke up. I think we had broke up for like 3 months or some shit like that. And then I had changed my number, and then I wouldn't give him my real number. Not my real number. I wouldn't give him my actual number. We had just went to Instagram DMs or whatever, because you know when you break up, but you're really in love or whatever, but y'all now are in two different spaces, because at the time I don't believe he was no longer in the shelter. It's kind of crazy. Like, now that I left you, now you get your life together, but when you see me struggling, crying, stressed out, losing weight, like, you wasn't helping. But now that I done left you, you cool. It's crazy. It's insane. Anyway, so we was talking on Instagram or whatever. It kind of like, and it turned out that he was actually just staying with another bitch. I don't know if he was doing the exact same thing, because from what he said, the girl had no fucking money. He had actually got him a job, and he had started staying in Virginia or whatever. So long story short, we was talking, you know, oh, I still love you, you know how that shit go. So one day I wake up and I'm getting messages from him, but this is not the way he texts, so it has to be a bitch. I know in my brain it has to be a bitch. So long story short, like I said, we had broken up for what, 3.5 months, some shit like that. A little bit longer than that. Like, no, but we had broken up for a little bit. But like, in my brain, like, we was so in love, remember? Like, it ain't no way you moving on that fast, because I know I wasn't, but you know, niggas is different. I guess one way to get over one pussy, you gotta get another one, I guess. Because, like I said, I knew I wasn't talking to him because of the way that they were texting me, or DMing me from his page. So long story short, the thing says, oh, well, did he take care of a baby on the way? And then she sent me an ultrasound. I said, oh, okay. Congratulations, babe. He's your problem. And she was like popping her shit, and I was just like, girl, he's never gonna marry. You over here popping your shit because you're having his baby? Okay. I mean, I guess everybody views accomplishments differently. No, but yeah, that girl hate me too. And now how many kids of his she got? 5. And he still say they're not together. They still not together. I mean, the nigga always wanted multiple children. He comes from a big family. I just wasn't able to give him that. Like, it's something wrong with my reproductive system. It is what it is. It makes me sad to talk about it from time to time. But I remember, like, at one part in our relationship, we were having a pregnancy scare, and I went down there because it was a United Health Care clinic attached to the shelter. It was like literally like downstairs in the basement. So I went down there. I was just like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm not getting my cycle. Woo. And then people gave me a fucking ultrasound. Talk about they seen two sacs. Oh, fuck no. No, they didn't. And they had printed out for me everything. I said, no, they didn't print it out. I had told him, I said, them people told me they seen 2 sacs. I said, sacs is the terminology they use when they talk about a baby. Some of it thinking I'm pregnant, y'all. I went over there, like, this when I was around 21. Because we would go for like a year and a half. I took my little referral to GW. And that's when they had misdiagnosed me with PCOS. But it wasn't pregnancy. That's all I cared about. That's all I cared about. It wasn't a baby. It wasn't babies. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not even covering half the shit, but yeah. Okay. So, yeah, we broke up, whatever. He had a baby, lived life with whatever her name is. Cool. So, like, a couple years later, this was my first time moving down. Well, second time moving down? Second or first time moving down here to North Carolina. I was dealing with this dude or whatever. It was some bullshit that I wanted to come back to DC. So I called him because at the time, he ended up getting his life all the way together. Like, it's so sickening. Like, I'm happy for him, but my stomach hurt because why was we struggling if you had this in you the whole time? And mind you, he did all this shit without his updated paperwork because I was spiteful because I had paid for it. I threw away his birth certificate and his updated shit because, bitch, I paid $550 for this. You not about to, no. Fuck no, I threw in trash. So he ended up getting his life all the way together. Like, it's shocking. Because you put me through the ringer. And I think I really had your back. I didn't cheat on you. I didn't do nothing. And then the minute I leave you, you become a truck driver. You have your CDLs. You get a car? You have a place? You're having kids? Well, all right then. So yeah, long story short, I called him because I was moving out this nigga house. He came and picked me up from North Carolina, drove me all back to DC. Well, he dropped me off in Virginia, and I had another ride from Virginia to DC. And yeah, that's when we was really having like a clean slate or whatever, and we had a conversation, and then he was telling me how he was cheating on me the whole time. Like, with my little allowance I was giving him, he was going to New York with it, seeing other bitches. He was fucking bitches that was at Georgetown University. Like, this nigga talking about he never left his phone. He left in the girl dorm room. Like, this nigga was really doing me dirty. Like, doing me dirty. And I was just a young ass sugar mama. Why did it hurt my feelings again? Y'all, it is what it is. It is what it is. Damn. We live and we learn. What's up with saying? We listen and we don't judge. That's all I gotta say on the topic, y'all. It's your girl Kay. And I am out. I gotta finish this drink. That is story time. Just shut me the fuck out. I'll see y'all in the next video. Soodles, bitches. Love you.